Hello there. In this video, I'm going to show you a very simple way of installing a water system, and it might work in your place. I installed it in the farm. Well, I got my farm as an inheritance from my mother and father. It's almost 1 hectare. The topography is hilly with about 400 plus square meters of rice paddy, and besides the rice field, in one corner lies a natural spring that does not dries up even in summer. And well, it's timely that when I took over the possession of this land, and it was the year 2018 August that I started developing this place. My sister has a house built in this lot, and she sold it to me for just 25,000 pesos. And when I started, I said it's timely because during my childhood, since I was born in this place, I grew up in this place until I graduated in college 1977. I used to live in this place. It's so hard. There's no electricity. The road that leads us to the town is muddy, and from the barangay road to my farm is about 100 plus meters, or less than 100 meters, and there's no passage. So I ask permission from the owner of the lot that is before my lot to grant me a right of way, and he did. And so immediately I hired people to make me a narrow road of 3 meters, and 2020 January I started making a concrete culvert for the creek, and then started concreting about 60 meters. So that's only about the concrete portion is about only 3 feet in length, and so I still have to work it out before the concreting of my footpath, as I call it, will reach my lot. So it's timely because there's already an access road, as we can call it. There's already electricity because during the 1970s there is no electricity. And when I took over 2018, my house is about 90 or 80 feet from the nearest source of water. And so as the folks in the barangay do it, they would go down to where the water source is, fetch water, bring it up, and I spent most of my time since 1973. I spent my life in the lowlands, and I was used to living with running water and electricity, and so I thought of a way of how I would do something to make life comfortable while in the farm. And so what comes to my mind is, since I already have electrical connection, I would install a water system. So I bought some drums, solicited two, so I got 4 drums. I made a platform. I bought 2 rolls of 1/2 PVC pipe, and then 2 electric water pump. And as of now, I have 3, but the third has yet to be installed, and so 2 is now running. I dug the base of the spring water, and I dug about 8 to 9 feet and concreted it, and the water level can rise up to 7 feet as of now. So I have the water catchment. I covered it with a fine wire mesh, so frogs cannot come inside the well, and likewise insects cannot fly in. And that's my source of water. So I have that as a source for my pump to bring up the water to about 100 feet up the mountain. And that's my system now. And so today I'm going to show you how I did the installation of the water system, and it provides the needs for 2 houses, one that belongs to my sister. It also serves the purpose for cleaning and watering, the automatic water connection to 4 pig pens and 1 poultry house. So my pigs will just bite the nozzle, and automatically water comes for their drinking purposes. It's nice because I need not go down the mountain or from my house to the spring to have my water. I can just take a bath any time of the day, even at night. Can have my water for cooking, for washing my clothes, and also for the animals. So guys, let's see what's had been done, and hoping that it can help you, those who are in other countries that has access to electricity and all the things that I had used here. So I have 2 electric water pumps, 1/2 inch of PVC pipe. I have drums, plastic drums at that. Then of course different sizes of plastic connections that could be hooked up to the drums, and for the faucets and other controls like a check valve. So I've used different check valves, those that would prevent water from coming down when they're sent up. They cannot come down anymore because of the check valve. And also to control the flow, if I want to stop the water from flowing to the house, then keep the water from flowing to the piggery for repair purposes, then I just turn the knobs, and lo and behold, water stops from flowing down. And well, let me tell you that the pressure is really good. I have a shower, and it operates because the pressure from the tank is good enough to bring me a fine spray of water. So see guys, this is another portion of our banana plantation. It's planted by early February 2020, and now two banana trees have their fruit. So we got two bunches here. It bear fruit ahead, so we have expected. So this is near our rice field, and also it's right after our source of water and our pump. So here we see our rice field, and it's being fed by water from our spring. So we will show you our spring. That's our pipes going up. It's 1/2 inch PVC, and its length is 100 feet from our electric water pump to the water tank. It's uphill. So guys, this is one area of our rice farm, and on the end portion of this farm lies an underground spring, and we're planning to install another water pump there. But first we have to make a hole big enough to store water, and there we will install the pump, and we will pump the water up the hill, so it could serve another source of water for the farm, for the piggery, and for the house. So it shall be on a system that is called a gravity type of water system. So what we have here is our rice field. Part of this is rain fed, but the lower portion is fed by water from our well. So we dug that well. We made it deeper because we have found out that there is a spring that never runs out of water the whole year round, and so we dug a deeper and a wider um, deposit, and so we have here a water tank, and we clean that often, and we covered it with a wire mesh, a fine wire mesh, so frogs cannot come in, and likewise insect. And so this well, since childhood, we're getting our supply of water here. But before we have this water tank, it's just a very shallow and very narrow kind of well, and so we dug it deeper, about 7 to 8 feet, and this is 1 by 3 meters wide now, and so we have a good depository of water, and the taste of water is sweet, it's natural. Over here are two pumps. We have installed this pump in order to bring water up there, uphill. It's about 100 feet up there where our tank is situated. So these two these two water pumps serves its purpose of bringing water up, and sometimes we use another pump to the first pump is sometimes used to irrigate this upper portion of our rice land. So it's so very near that we just attach a 1/2 inch PVC pipe, and uh, lo and behold, we can pump water up there to this portion. Our electric water pump serves not just this home but also another home across. There's a house that belongs to my sister, and it's being serviced by this water pump also. So we have here a a 1/2 inch PVC pipe from her house connected to my system here, which is under my house. So it serves two houses and the piggery as well as the chicken house. So guys, we are now scrubbing the insides of the drums to ensure that it's clean, because the water that we are storing here is also clean. Here is I'm showing you how strong the water that is coming up from the well. So just one pump is on, and that's the volume of water that it's bringing up here. And when two pumps are on at the same time, it will only take us about 30 minutes to fill up all these 4 drums. So they're scrubbing this with steel wool and water and soap. Then it will be rinsed later on, ensuring that it is clean and tidy. A new platform with a GI shared roofing. We built this to give our water tanks a more stable platform, and the old water tank is on top of another platform that was built 3 years ago, and it seems that the wood is already decomposing. It's weak now, and so we built this one with galvanized iron roofing. And today we are going to give a fix. We're going to transfer the 4 tanks, water tanks here. So these 4 water tanks will be transferred today, this morning. And before we do it, we're going to disassemble it, and then we're going to clean it and position it here. So guys, this morning we are going to relocate our 4 drums. So here is our 4 drums that we detached from the former platform, and we're going to bring this up to this new platform. But before doing that, we have to scrub these tanks. There are, of course, deposits of something like I don't know what we call this as. They are stained because of deposits from the water that was brought from the well down there. And so we're going to scrub this clean with soap and water, and cleanse it. After it's done, then it's ready for installation. We're going to bring this up these 4 drums atop this platform. So watch out guys. We'll make updates before it's done. Before noon time, these 4 drums will be installed and filled with fresh water, clean, and on a sturdy platform. Drums are now positioned on its new platform. The next thing that we're going to do is to connect all the 4 drums, then connect it to the supply lines from the electric water pump and to the supply systems to the house, to the piggery and the poultry house. So that's it guys for this moment. Okay, for now, our new installation is done. We are now in the process of bringing up water again to fill all these 4 containers. They are 4 drums and it will take us about an hour for just one electric motor water pump, and if we will use 2 water pump, then hopefully we can fill this up in 30 to 40 minutes. Well, the installation has been good. Only one is leaking, and our companion here in the farm is fixing it, hoping everything's fine, doing fine. The water system is back to its normal operation again. So guys, here is now the result of the flow of water from the tank that we assembled this morning. So the pressure is quite strong. This is inside the house, the wheat house, the farmhouse. Let's see some parts of the system, how it works inside the CR. Here's the faucet in the CR. Strong enough. Then in another CR, kind of good pressure, because our tank now is higher than it used to be. And here is the flow of water from the faucet that service the pig pens, and this is one of the pen, and the pressure is quite strong enough to clean this portion of the farmhouse. And you have here a faucet that is positioned near the chicken house. So there is the chicken house, so we get our water here for the chickens. So well, and there is now our 4 containers, 4 drums filled with water that could last for 2 days, a supply for the pigs and the house, for cooking and for washing and for taking a bath, and also washing the pig pens. So here